Welcome back. I'm here again with the Panasonic slow juicer, the MJL 500. Now you can pick these up with our colleagues here, or you can get them on Amazon, but they're more expensive than Amazon. You're getting a special show price today. Now again, I'll show you how quickly easy it is to put together. This is the base unit. As you can see, there's an arrow on the front, and there's a corresponding arrow on the front of the slow juicer there. So I'll just pop this on the slow juicer, line the arrows up. Now I can't see the arrows because it's facing away from me. Next thing to put in is the mesh. This is the internal workings of the machine. Now you see the fine mesh there. It's nice and smooth, as you can see. I'm not hurting my fingers going through there because it's not grating anything. All that's going to do is the juice is going to get squeezed through those holes. So again, there's an arrow on top there, which I'm going to correspond with the top of the slow juicer, and then I'm going to put the giant steel screw in. Now the steel screw is the heart of the machine. This is the real baby. This is what does all the work. Now this gets turned by the machine, and as you can see, as I turn it, it gets smaller and smaller on the way down, and that squeezes all the juice and all the nutrition out of the fruit and veg. So I'm just going to pop this into the slow juicer here and locate that onto the nut. Then when you put the top on, again another arrow that locates on the top, and you close it just like a normal food processor. Now you get two containers, one to collect the juice and one to collect the pulp. So the pulp one I will put under the pulp chute, and the juice I will put under the juice chute. And as you can see, there's measurements on the side, so you can see just how much juice you're getting. Now we're going to do a lovely breakfast juice for you. So we're going to start off with the greens. Now always put soft things in first. So we just need a few of these green leaves. In fact, let's just take that stalk off and we'll pop all this in. So we can start the machine going. Just turn it on. Roll up the leaves so the machine's got something to grip onto. Never stick your fingers inside because you'll end up juicing your fingers. So you just help those leaves down. You can hear the machine working. The tone changes. Let's just pop those down. That's the heart of this lovely lovely cabbage here. We've got a few more small leaves which we'll pop in there and help through. So bearing in mind, this is a breakfast juice. So you're putting greens in a breakfast juice. Next thing we'll do is we'll pop 2 apples in. I'm just chopping these apples up small enough to go through the chute. Mind your fingers when you're doing this. Not a lot of prep needed. As you can see, the skin is still on. I haven't cored them, anything like that. You can see all this lovely dry pulp coming out. Now you do get more juice out of a slow juicer than you do out of a fast juicer. This reason it's called a slow juicer is because the mechanism runs a lot slower and a lot cooler, which means it doesn't alter the nutritional value of your food. As soon as you start heating these up, the nutritional value changes and you want to get all the goodness you can out. So that's 2 apples in. I'm going to stick an orange in. Now the difference with the orange is that you actually peel the orange, you get most of that outer skin off. It doesn't matter if you leave some pith, because the pith has got lovely pectin in, which is good for you. But out of the orange you get loads of vitamin C and vitamin B, and you get lots of energy as well. So the citrus flavours will help zing this juice up. Now the other thing that will help zing the juice up is a pineapple. Now I'm not going to put this whole pineapple in. All I'm going to do is use a quarter of this pineapple. Now the only bit of the pineapple you have to take off is the hard outer skin. Okay, the easiest way to do that is just to go round. As long as you've got most of the hard outer skin off, that's fine. Because the outer skin is no good for you at all, and all it does is it clogs up the machine. So we're just going to cut this up into little battens just to make it easier for the machine to work, and we'll just drop those in. And you can see as I drop them in, the machine takes them down. That steel screw is working. We'll just help that down. There we go, pineapple's in. Then we're going to put some ginger in. Now ginger is great to aid your digestion. It adds a bit of spice to it as well. Don't have to peel it, don't have to core it. Drop it straight in. That'll take all the juice out of that. And then we are going to put a couple of carrots in as well. beta carotenes, bit of sugar in there, there's vitamin A, vitamin B, good for your skin, good for your hair, and we're just going to pop those in as well. And you can hear this machine just munching up those carrots. Now the machine's munching up the carrots so you don't have to. To actually chew this, it would take you 2 hours to get all the nutrition out of this if you were chewing it, and then it would take 3 to 5 hours for you to absorb that nutrition. And doing it this way, this is breaking up those the cell walls, getting all the nutrition out, and then it takes 10 to 15 minutes for you to actually absorb all that nutrition. And this is your lovely breakfast juice done. So I'll do is just turn the machine off and just stop the drips. We'll just get a glass and we'll pop this juice in. All I'll do is I'll just strain that froth off, because you just want the juice, you don't want anything else in there. So there we go, there's your morning juice. Cheers, I'm just going to have a bit of this. Oh, you can taste that ginger, you can taste the pineapple, you can taste the apple, you can taste everything there, and it's all really good for you. Now I'm going to quickly show you how easy this machine is to clean. First thing I'll do, I'll use this little tool. What this is, this looks like a toothbrush, but that end there is designed to get all the excess pulp out of the pulp chute, because when you're washing it up, you don't want that in your water. So that gets all the excess pulp out. We'll just quickly take the machine apart and we'll just rinse it. That's all you need to do. On a day-to-day basis, just rinse it, and occasionally do it in some nice warm soapy water. All these parts are dishwasher safe as well. So if you're lucky enough to have room for a dishwasher, which I haven't, luckily I married a good one. So we're just going to rinse all that in there. Rinse every single part, get all the excess off there. I'll just give this a quick rinse as well, because we're going to make a lunchtime juice next, and we're just going to make sure that we don't get any of that morning juice in there, because this is going to be a nice zingy tomato and chili juice. So we'll just locate that. As I said, I can't see the arrow. There we go, we're on there. Just pop that in, line up those arrows, pop that as well, that locates on top, and those arrows there. It's as quick as easy as that to disassemble and reassemble the machine. Now, this lovely juice I'm going to do for you now, oh, just rinse out that, don't want that morning juice in there, do you? We'll put that back there. Now the good thing is with this pulp, is because this is mainly fruit pulp, you can use this, if you're just doing orange juice, you can use all this lovely orange pulp that's there, you can throw that in your Panasonic bread maker and make some lovely orange bread. You can throw it in your cake mix, make a lovely orange mix. With all the vegetable juice, now with the pulp I'm going to get out now from this next one, you could use it to make a bolognese sauce, because we're going to do a chili and tomato sauce, chili and tomato juice, sorry. So what we'll do, first of all, we'll turn the machine on. So for this one, we're just going to use some peppers. Now I'm using little sweet peppers, okay? Only thing you need to do with these is just cut that stalk off. That's everything. That stalk doesn't go through very well, and you just pop these in. They're small enough to go in whole. If you're using a big pepper, you just chop it up, just small enough to go in. Next thing we're going to put in, this is a red chili, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going to be too hot, but all we're going to do is we're just going to slice that in half. Just remove the seeds, because that is where most of the heat is, and the stalk from the top. We're only going to use half the chili. We're going to pop that in, and you can see all the lovely juice coming out of those red peppers and that chili. Now, red peppers are really good for you. They're nice and sweet, but different peppers have different nutritional values. Orange peppers, they get rid of stress. The green peppers aid weight loss. They're the lowest calorie peppers. So the next thing we're going to put through is the tomato part of this juice. Now, see, I've just got a handful of different sized tomatoes. The small ones, you can just pop straight in. So we just pop those tomatoes straight in, those little ones, and you can see this tomato pulp coming out. Now that's the pulp you can use to make your bolognese sauce after you've drunk this lovely juice. So everyone can take part in the healthy aspect of this, using all fresh ingredients. Now the next big thing we're going to do, we're going to pop a clove of garlic in here as well. No need to peel it, just pop it straight in, and a little bit of basil as well. I'm just using some fresh basil. So we're just going to get a couple of these stalks, and again you can just pop these in whole. and the machine will take those down. Now because you put something soft in, you need to put something hard in. So just push that down. I'm going to add a carrot. And the last thing to go in will be a beetroot. So this is raw beetroot, just top and tail it. And then just cut it up small enough to go through there. And as that goes through, the machine will crunch those up and chew that up so you don't have to. So that's doing its thing. Just going to have some more of my breakfast juice. As you can see, that's sat there. That hasn't separated. In a normal fast juicer, that will have separated into a clear liquid and then a cloudy liquid at the top. So we're just going to help this pulp out there. Just get the last bits of pulp out. As you can see, there's no more juice coming through there. So we'll just close that chute, turn the machine off, and we'll just use this knife again just to get rid of the top of that. And that's your lovely lunchtime juice, with all that goodness in there from all the vitamins and minerals from all that fresh fruit and veg. Now I'm going to give this a quick rinse, and I'm going to show you another thing that this fantastic machine can do. Now, how many of you got kids? Most of you? How much ice cream do you end up buying throughout the year? Lots. So, all that ice cream has got preservatives, colours, flavours, all additives in there that you don't want your children having. So, why not make your own? It's really quick and simple using the Panasonic slow juicer. Really quick and simple to get all that lovely fresh fruit goodness into your children. And it's as simple as putting frozen fruit through this machine. Now if you put frozen fruit through, it would juice that fruit and you'd lose the pulp and you would lose all that yummy goodness. So what you do is you don't put the mesh back in, you use this. This is our frozen fruit attachment. As you can see, it's only got one spout on it. That means everything comes out of that spout. So what the screw will do, it'll push all the frozen fruit down, and as it pushes it down, it'll squeeze it all together and it'll push it all out of here. So you pop that in, again, arrows on the top which line up to the top of the machine, and that just locates on there. Then you stick the screw in, and then you stick the top on. Now you don't need the pulp container for this, because everything is going to go into this bowl. And you'll see this coming out. Now I've just got a bag of frozen mixed berries here. So you can use any berries. If you've got berries in your garden or you've got an excess of fruit, you can cut it down into small pieces and freeze it yourself. And then when you put it through the machine, all that goodness is going to go into that bowl. So as I start the machine up, all I'll do is I'll just pop all this lovely fruit into the hopper. And you can hear the machine working, you can see that coming through. It doesn't look very attractive coming out of the machine, but I can assure you it tastes absolutely gorgeous. So stick a few more of these berries through. You can see, bear in mind, this is all fresh fruit. There's nothing else going through this machine except fruit. That's everything. We'll just pop all those through. We'll help those down with the little pusher there. There we go. Let's turn that bowl again. Should have used a bigger bowl. So that's enough fruit going through there. We'll just press that down a little, just to combine it all together. Let's just close that. So when we've just pressed it down into that bowl, what we can do then is we can just use an ice cream scoop and scoop some of this yummy goodness, all this fresh fruit, no added sugar, no added flavours, preservatives, anything, into this yummy dessert. But you can use any fruit you want. I've just used mixed berries because I like mixed berries. Cheers. And we'll see you all later.